What's up, everyone, and welcome back to episode 16 of Fired to Acquired, where we look to go from getting fired on June 5th, 2023 to having our software company get acquired by 2024. Today, we are stalking people. What do I mean by that? Well, you'll see, but what we're going to be doing today is really where I think one of my strengths are and what's got me to really where I am in life, which is my interest and passion for people. Some of you guys might be creeped out that it's stalking or something like that, and that's fine. My take on it is, if you put something on the internet, you might as well be putting it on the biggest board in New York City, because if it's on the internet, it's free for anyone to see. And the more I learn about someone, the more advantage I have in trying to win them over to my ideas. Let's get into it. All right, so here we are on the Sleep Summit website. Let's take a look at who these speakers are. First up is Harry Roberts. So he, at first take, I'm guessing, operator, and he's the co-founder of Mattress Firm. The other thing to take into account with Harry is that there's a really good chance that he's going to be in and out of something like Sleep Summit. He might be a guy who comes in 20 minutes before his talk, gives his talk, and then leaves. I know some of the others are sticking around for the entire summit, which is why I'm doing this research, but with being the co-founder of Mattress Firm, I'm thinking he could be in and out. The description here, small town, South Dakota, to build America's largest mattress retailer. Okay, so he sounds like he is the entrepreneur behind Mattress Firm. Fireside chat. Okay, so he's not going to be just giving a speech, which tells me that he might not be as gregarious. A lot of times people who are more reserved, they like having someone on stage with them to ask them questions and keep the conversation going. Okay, so there are 3 of them, it sounds like, that started Mattress Firm. Let's see if he's on LinkedIn. Not seeing him. Don't see him on LinkedIn, and given that he's head guy at Mattress Firm, I think he would be easy to find. So let's try Facebook. My guess from this gentleman is that he got some millions before social media existed, and he just decided not to do it. Let's just try Google. I know we'll find some stuff here. Wow, actually the first link is to the Sleep Summit thing, which is interesting. Oh, he went to Sleep Summit a few years ago. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, it's recorded. Okay, great. So I won't put you guys through this, but I am definitely going to listen to this. This is from when he was at Sleep Summit 3 years ago. Beautiful. That's huge, okay? So I'm going to leave that tab open and go back to Google. Okay, here he is in Furniture Today. Okay, let's see what else is on Google. Let's see if Wikipedia gives him credit as being a co-founder. Yep, founders, Harry Roberts, Paul Stork, Steve Frederick. Okay, headquartered in Houston. Yeah, John Eck is the one that I knew because he's the current CEO. So I wonder how involved Harry still is. Okay, South Dakota. So where someone lives and where someone's from tells you something, because if someone becomes a multi-millionaire, like I'm sure Harry Roberts is, he could move anywhere. He could move to LA, he could move to New York, he could move to Florida. The fact, if he's still living in South Dakota, that really says something about him. When the 3 of them started Mattress Firm in 1986, they set out to create a unique shopping experience for their guests by providing a large selection of quality name brand mattresses at a competitive price and a clean upscale environment. Okay. The store environment didn't exist until the 1980s. In fact, Mattress Firm stores were among the first to remove mattresses from plastic covers so that the guests could comfortably test them. Interesting. So that was a big innovation to say, hey, we're going to actually pull the plastic off so you can test them, and then we'll leave those as floor models. That's actually a pretty big innovation. Back then, mattresses were just rectangles. People were used to sleeping on whatever, inner spring was it. There wasn't as much hybrid and different levels of foam. So for him to go, hey, this experience is really quality, people are going to want to try different mattresses, in 1980 is a pretty big deal. Okay, so I'm seeing an article from 2020 which shows some mattress firms in South Dakota that are owned by Harry closed. So he might have a harsh look on how the pandemic went. It might have impacted him significantly. Let's take a look. Okay, so this was only open for 7 years, which I imagine is a failure in his mind. Let's check out Crunchbase. Crunchbase is very good at keeping org charts and up-to-date funding. So you can see here they have between 5,000 and 10,000 employees. I think it's closer to 10,000. Let's go to people here. Harry Roberts, he's listed as a founder. So my guess, given that he doesn't have a title of operations or this or that he was really an entrepreneurial founder, go, innovator. And it looks like maybe since 2020, he's taken a bit of an advisory role and more of a backseat role. Okay, I guess he doesn't have a Wikipedia page. What are our takeaways here? My guess is he's on the highly intelligent, highly creative, and melancholy side of the spectrum. So he's going to have someone up there, fireside chat. He's going to tell cool stories. He's probably got a lot of amazing stories, but he's probably not going to be the guy that comes up to me and is super gregarious and outgoing. So if I want to talk to Harry at Sleep Summit, I need a strategy for getting in front of him. Let's move on to the next person. Dr. Kimberly Lemke and Nancy Watt. Let's see. Engaging workshop blends humor. Okay, so this seems like maybe two salespeople. So my main goal for researching these people is that I'm looking for people who might be potential investors, board directors, big movers and shakers that can help MattressAI. At first glance, I don't know if Dr. Kimberly Lemke or Nancy Watts are in that category. Let me do a quick digging here. Here she is, Naperville, Illinois. Okay, so up in Chicago. Drift course, it's time to sleep better. So she sells a course on sleeping. Okay. She's a licensed child and adult clinical psychologist. Online sleep course, Drift with Dr. Lemke. Okay. So she sells online courses to help people sleep and might bring in some of the psychological components. But she was a sleep science coach for some years. So interesting. She goes very deep on the science of sleep, so not sales. And so with Dr. Kim, just from looking at this, I mean, this could be an interesting partnership, right? Drift Inc., if they wanted a sponsor, if they wanted to pay for advertising on MattressAI, this is actually something that could gel and have some partnership value for MattressAI. Let's look up Nancy Watt. First, let's give her a quick connect. She's from Canada, eh? All right. Implied improv. Okay, so I'm going to love her talk. I love improv, folks. So she is a communicator, and she helps people communicate. So this is more on the sales improv side. Love this. How it's going to partner with MattressAI and make us better, I'm not sure, but just given that she's improv, tells me that she's highly creative, highly open, probably very gregarious, someone who likes to get outside of their comfort zone. She'll be very easy to meet, very easy to talk to is my guess. Again, these are all guesses, but not an obvious partnership or relationship with MattressAI. Let's look at who's next. 6 Shifts to Massive Growth, Jason Friedman. Called the Michael Jordan of customer experience, and for good reason. Okay, so what is he? Chief Experience Officer at CX Formula LLC out of New Jersey. We got a couple mutuals. I'll go ahead and try to connect here. Okay, he's been doing that for 8 years, so that means that he is good at it. Interesting. He helped people with driving for many years. Okay, he's kind of big into driving, wind tunnel, but then he just switched. Now he's Customer Experience Officer or Chief Experience Officer, which I love that title. Okay. So he might have a New Yorker style. Let's try Facebook. Jason Friedman, very common name. Let's see if we can find him here. I think this is him. Yes, that's him. Okay. Looks like he has either 1 or 2 kids. And he's either blocked or not very active on Facebook since 2015. Can't get that much from him here. Just a lot of pictures of his kids, some sriracha mayo, which is very weird. Okay, so not much on Facebook. Okay, so here I'm reading about his talk, and it says that you'll hear stories about proven strategies from a legendary business builder whose former clients include Nike, Disney, Universal Studios, Select Comfort, Bank of America, Harvard, and Stanford. So what I hope to take from his talk is not necessarily the customer experience section of how he helped them improve their customer experience, as much as how did he get in front of those people? How did he sell to those big companies? How did he know which were the right people to target? Could help that he went to Harvard. You tend to know a lot of people when you go to Harvard. I don't have a ton on Jason. Lives in New York, so might be a New Yorker type guy. I would say he cares a lot about customer experience, which is interesting. He might be a studier of humans, as am I. So a little bit of a question mark here with Jason, unfortunately. I might do more digging when I turn the camera off. Oh, hold on. He's pretty active on LinkedIn, actually. Let me see some of his comments. Okay. Awesome, brother. You guys are amazing. And your already lucky customers are going to be blown away. Dude, amazing. So glad you were there and can't wait to see what's in store. The future is bright. So just by reading these comments, you see how you can gain insight on how someone communicates. So he's very excitable, a lot of exclamation points, a lot of positive. He's very flattering. Usually people that do those things don't have a really big ego. So that kind of New Yorker edge that I was concerned about, I'm not as concerned about that anymore. So if a man leaves a heart emoji, that says something about him. So the main thing with Jason, I would say, by going through and reading his comments on LinkedIn, I have a feel for how he communicates and that he is very flattering and very excitable, which I didn't get from any of the other information. So that's good insight that I just gathered from LinkedIn there by doing a little bit of extra digging. Let's move on. This couple, I'm going to skip. Here's why. They're kind of like celebrity guests. They're a big face. They're from HGTV, and this was to meet that niche of like, look at these HGTV stars that we got to Sleep Summit. So I don't imagine a lot of value for MattressAI coming from these two TV stars. Megan Anderson of Mattress Firm. Okay. What is her title at Mattress Firm? Retail performance, assortment, aesthetic, and activation. We'll go through the journey of curating your optimal product mix. So kind of like merchandising, possibly. Bonjour Bentonville journey to merchandising excellence. Yeah, so merchandising for Mattress Firm. I'm going to skip this one. She's a high-level exec. She's not really an investor. She's not someone that can make any decisions at Mattress Firm. The only thing I would say is there are some plays with MattressAI where it can be used as a merchandising tool, where if there's a kiosk at the front and someone needs help, finding the right mattress and both the salespeople are busy. I've never seen a Mattress Firm where all the salespeople are busy. Usually they're waiting for guests to come in and they're really nice and helpful. Online, MattressAI could be used on Mattress Firm's website, but that might not be her. It just seems like a real stretch to figure out how her and I could do productive business together. I could be wrong, but I'm going to skip it for now. I'm also going to skip Bob Munkle. I'm very familiar with him. He is a sales pro in the mattress industry, maybe one of the best. He's written books. He, from no to yes, that's his thing. He is great at getting looky-loos, people who are just touching mattresses, to getting them to buy a premium mattress. So I'm really looking forward to hearing from him for Freedom Mattress purposes, but I don't know if there's a ton of value on the MattressAI side. Okay, this is what I'm very excited about. Terry Youngblood. She, really short description here, but I know from looking at this prior that she is high in, let me show you. She was one of the original people at Sleep Me Inc., which I think created the Chili Pad. Chili Pad, yeah. So this Chili Pad went huge. If you guys haven't heard of Chili Pad, the current iteration of it is 8 Sleep. They're kind of dominating the market now. But Chili Pad was all the thing. If you wanted a cooling and warming blanket, Chili Pad was the way to go. But it wasn't a blanket. It was a pad that went on top of your bed. But it went extremely well. And now her MO, her main thing that she does is help startups scale within the mattress industry. Ding, 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 ding. So she's someone who, if she liked the idea of MattressAI, it would be off to the races. She could add immense value to MattressAI. So I want to learn a little bit about her personality. It looks like she has a TED Talk, which is amazing. Let's take a look at it.
In 2007, we lost our youngest son, Benjamin. Grief, depression virtually eliminated my sleep.
Okay, so it looks like her TED Talk is mostly about sleep quality and the traumatic experience that she went through and how she focused on sleep and got through it. It doesn't look like it's too much about Chili Pad and her experience at Sleep Me. So let's see what else we got here. She says she's public speaking, inventor, branding and identity, marketing strategy, business strategy. T2 Consulting grew into a product development company. Today we have consulted for companies like Select Comfort, Sealy, American Recreation Products, Winboss International, and the list goes on. We have our own products in Frontgate, Sam's Club. Sam's Club is the company that should buy MattressAI immediately. We're solving a multi-million dollar problem for Sam's Club, and we could do that today. We could help them with that today. There's no way in a Sam's Club to pick the mattress that's right for you. There's no way. You just have to guess. And then they have to accept the return at most of the times, which is a used mattress. Anyway, massive problem they're having at Sam's Club that MattressAI solves. So if she could help us get in those rooms, which it sounds like she definitely could, then her being sold on the idea of MattressAI and how it could help Sam's Club would go a really long way. So when I meet her, which it seems like she'll be easy to meet is my guess, I will weave in this concept of Sam's Club needs a mattress selection tool at their point of sale. But I want to get a little bit more to know about Tara's personality. Let's see what we can find here. Let's try Facebook. Okay, she rides motorcycles. Interesting. She's married, it looks like, to Todd Youngblood. And it looked like from a LinkedIn comment, she's been married for a long time. These might be her sons, or one of them might be. Looks like she might be a grandma-to-be or an aunt. Looks like she talks at sleep events often. Looks like she might only have one son, and then in her TED Talk, she mentioned that she lost another son. Okay, this is interesting. So she posted this about SleepMe Doc Pro sleep systems. So this might mean two things. ChiliPad, I think, changed their name to SleepMe. And two, she might still be involved with the company in some way through an advisory or consultant role. All right, so I think I have a feel for Tara. She seems like very caring, very kind, but also extremely confident as a public speaker. She's someone who's overcome extreme adversity. All these are really good things to know about someone prior to meeting them, because you know that kind of person. Someone who's been through some stuff and's got some tough skin, likes to ride motorcycles. So I feel like I have a feel for who she is, and she might not be the person that runs up to me to talk, but I feel like she'll be extremely easy to start a conversation with. Stephen Ferguson, I have a little bit of experience with. He talked at this thing I went to at the Las Vegas market. So he is an extremely outgoing, extremely driven salesperson. I'm going to skip him just because I can't think of any way that MattressAI and him could directly work together. And Carrie Johnson. So I've already done a ton of research on Carrie Johnson. They own a company called InBrain.ai, where essentially they have enterprise solutions where they take LLMs and different AI models and help protect companies' data while they're using these models in their company. So a big fear with a lot of these large companies, I've heard it, is, well, if all of our employees are using ChatGPT, is it going to get trained on the data? Which there's some controversy around, but I think it's for the most part true that does happen. So he's able to build like internal versions of ChatGPT that are trained on a company's data, and then they can do different things with that. They can respond to emails or whatever, but it's an internal enterprise solution of ChatGPT. So it's him and his partner. They're both going, and him and I actually already scheduled a sit-down talk. Not scheduled, but decided that we were going to talk because he's curious about MattressAI. I'm obviously very curious about InBrain.ai. There's a ton of obvious potential partnerships, potential ways we could help each other, but super excited to meet Carrie and his partner, whose name I'm blanking on right now. His personality is one of a very successful entrepreneur who likes to stay as an early adopter and as being an extremely early adopter in AI. My take from our little back and forth on LinkedIn, just nice, willing to help. He initiated the conversation, so I think he's probably going to find me when I get to Sleep Summit, and we're going to be off to the races chatting, is my guess. He'll be a good person to know, and hopefully I'll be a good person for him to know. Okay, and last but not least, Mark Kinsley. So he's the whole reason I'm going to Sleep Summit. I met him at Vegas, and he had a whole event where he was really promoting Sleep Summit. He has a podcast called The Fam. He is the CEO of Englander. So Englander manufactures mattresses and is a really large mattress brand. They make really nice mattresses. He is geeked out on AI. He is high on AI. He's built things in AI. He's excited about MattressAI. He'll want to see it. He'll want an update because him and I chatted for probably 45 minutes about MattressAI and different tools and different things you could do with it. I was just very blunt with him and told him we're not fully built. You know, I didn't even really try to get him to see the demo because I knew he could pick it apart really easily. So at Sleep Summit, I will show him a demo. I'll show him everything we built. Yeah, there's about a million ways that I could collaborate with Mark and look forward to collaborating with Mark. And one way is I'm going to Sleep Summit. I mean, he's putting all of Sleep Summit together. He's the host of Sleep Summit, and he's having me there and giving me warm introductions to all these people. But his personality is gregarious, talkative. He knows everyone at the party. He is the life of the party in a sense that he wants everyone to be comfortable. He wants everyone to be happy. He wants everyone to feel involved. So really looking forward to getting to know Mark better and seeing where our relationship can go in terms of business partnership between him and MattressAI. Let's see if there's anything that shows who else is going to be there. Sean Hathaway, CEO of Mattress World Northwest. James Perez, Mattress Firm. Okay, so a lot of Mattress Firm people, I'm guessing, and a lot of just big chain mattress stores. So it should be a great week. I'm really excited to go and meet all these people, and hopefully I can shoot some good YouTube content. If I don't get any while I'm communicating with these people, if I'm not mic'd up at the event, I'll definitely try to recap in the evening and share some of the conversations I've had to bring you guys along with the ride, because that's what this is about, is showing, not telling. And what I showed you here is probably 25% of the research I'm going to do before I go to Sleep Summit. Because if you can know someone, let's say you can know 80% of someone, meaning you know 80% of how they interact with people, what their thoughts are, what their beliefs are. Well, let me ask you, how much do you know yourself? It's not 100%. You're not 100% self-aware. I would say most people are somewhere between 60 to 80% self-aware. I've gone into meetings with big executives where I genuinely believe I knew them better than they knew themselves. And the advantage that that gives you when you're trying to win someone over to your way of thinking and to get someone to be excited about the thing that you're explaining to them, knowing them, really knowing them as people, who they are, what gets them excited, what they care about, could not be more important. It's probably the number one thing in sales. It's just extremely, extremely boring to do the kind of work that I just showed you, especially if you're not highly interested in people. That's what makes it a little bit easier for me, is I get geeked out on these little ways that people are different. Ooh, he's gregarious. Ooh, she's soft-spoken. What does that mean? Ooh, you know, all these little different things. I love it. And I love how it affects interactions and then how that can lead to business success and just growth and winning for everyone. So hopefully that helps. Super excited to share this kind of minutia part with you guys, because next week you're going to see how it all comes together and leads to massive success for MattressAI. When you see 6 months from now, man, how did MattressAI go from here to here to here? It's things like this, researching people like this so that you're good at the party, you're good at chatting. These are the secrets to success, in my opinion. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Bye now.